to be a man's support system and his love. But I also need to know, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, Christina's locked in. She's locked in, so I'm not going to, I'm going to go do my own thing. And that's really a time for you to go do your dirt, because those type of men are dirty, like in a sense of who they're dealing with, not dirty as in filth, dirty in a sense of you're sneaky. You're sneaky. And when you have a lot of money, you believe that you can.
Is it dirty, or is that's just their lifestyle?
When you have a lot of money, you believe that you can have anything you want. You don't really take into consideration how you're hurting, or how you're helping, or how you're not helping, or how you're damaging someone else. You don't take into consideration that, yeah, I'm having fun and this is fun for me because I have money, but I'm really causing this person pain, right? And I won't say that's necessarily my story, because I don't resonate with that, not in that scenario. But what I will say is, I wrote a whole album about it. It's available now. Fortune favors the bold. And that phrase came from us being in Dubai and looking up, and the mirror was stained and it said, fortune favors the bold. And we have a picture in front of it. And we looked up and he was like, fortune favors the bold. He's like, you're bold. And that forever to me is funny. So it's like, I am bold, and I need you to know that I'm bold, and I'm gonna forever. And that album is about multiple people. If I'm being honest with you, it's not about one person.
But I would say this too, and I think going back to realistic versus manifestation, the realism that comes from that manifestation, I don't think people are really aware what comes with that. I know him to a degree, but to be able to, say like, yo, we chop it up I respect him, obviously as the businessman and the artist that he is, just like so many other people. But what I will say is, you manifested something that he probably couldn't offer you, right? As I was talking about some of the statistics that a lot of women and men may justify as, this is the creme de la creme, or this is who I want, tall, handsome, 6-figure plus, but emotionally available is one of the things that they may not have.
He was tall, handsome, 6-figure plus, and emotionally available, but it wasn't just for me. That's not something I'm willing to know.
You talking about intimately? Or are you talking about just, when you mean into me, are you referring to his personal situation or his professional situation?
Wasn't just for me, meaning that was my manifestation while it was somebody else's, right? And you're moving forward in that light, right? It's not my responsibility to clear up anything, but what I will say is, what I want is clarity. And if I start to get, God is not the author of confusion. So if you start to confuse me, I don't believe this is godly anymore. I believe this isn't of God anymore. If you can't, even in our times of stiffness or tension, because every relationship has it, I should still have clarity and confidence. I can be frustrated with you. I can be angry at you. I could be disappointed in you, but I'm still clear. The minute that I lose clarity, I'm no longer interested in you anymore. So whatever you want to do is fine. I believe if you really know how to be a player, because that's really what it is, call it what it is. If you really want to be a player, let me ask you a question before I say that. If you really want to be a player, know how to do it without me ever knowing. That's fly. How could I be mad? Do you, but why do I know you're doing you, and why does everybody else know you're doing you, and who? I shouldn't know that. So I wanted to ask you, do you believe that because a man has money, that he is allowed to have as many women as he wants? But if I'm the sole provider, I'm allowed to essentially play with women? Because that's what it is. You're telling this woman one thing, you're telling this woman one thing. Do you believe that that's okay?
I believe a person should not be delusional of the real request that they're asking for.
That's not a clear answer for me.
That is a clear answer. You're dating a rapper. He raps about money, cars, clothes. So for you to think that a person who was already or previously successful, for you to come into his life and all that, and the latter part of what we just mentioned will halt, is delusion.
I didn't think that.
I don't think that a person having a lot should warrant him to be held to a standard because you knew what you was getting yourself into. That's what I believe.
Okay.
All right. That's the clearest way that I could.
To be very clear, I never thought that. I knew I know exactly who Rick Ross is.
Okay.
She's
I
talking in circles
was
now.
told something. Everything you
Certified.
heard me comment
She's a
on, to
certified
be
hoe.
very clear, I always ran everything by my man first. I never made a decision without running it by my man first. That is just who I am. Every single thing you heard me say or I was told, only then did I make a fuss or a statement about it. Only then. Only after we deliberated did I then move forward in a statement. Babe, so-and-so do. Well, that's not true. I ain't never dated her. Oh, okay, well then what? This is silly. I'm sorry for disturbing you. Boop. I'm not worried about that because he never dated her. Now that's my statement. I'm not worried about that because, and I know you don't have to make statements. My page is as a woman, if you guys didn't know me before him, I was on my page doing 9 million, 8 million, 4 million, 1 million, 400K views in me expressing myself. It doesn't change because somebody comes in my life. I am who I am.
Yeah.
I like to talk.
But what I will say this, and what Funky Friday has taught me too, is just because you're talking, because you have a platform, that doesn't necessarily mean that it's right.
100%.
So that 8 million clip or 9 million viewed clip, it probably is because it's making people, it's moving an emotion in a person to say, she's stupid, she delusional. Oh, girl, go get your money. Girl, go, you know what I'm saying, live on that jet.
No, regardless of what they thought,
it
stirred an emotion.
Extracting
right.
impressions.
Right.
You know,
and that is valuable. And that was my money.
Yeah.
So my money wasn't gonna stop because I started dating so-and-so. But they think that I started talking at the moment I started dating this person.
Which wasn't true.
Which is crazy, right? So anyways, to answer the question, I never thought that person was that thing or never.
And look, let me tell you that. She was a hoe, straight up hoe. She's a typical woman. She don't even want to listen. She just wants to talk. That's a problem. She did more talking than not enough listening. So this man ran circles around you. Now, you know what you can call Rick Ross? He's a goddamn trick. But she's a certified hoe. And he treated as such. You know what I'm saying? Did what he want to do. Like he told you in the songs. He fucking bitches making money. Well, you a hoe, man. I mean, that's what he did with you. She just got accepted. She don't want to accept. She's fighting the feeling. Don't fight the feeling. Let it happen. Be a good hoe. Stay your place.
I don't think she was asking for too much though. When it came to like, she just want him to like keep it a buck. Like, if you come tell me about a girl, yeah, I fucked her before. Like, or she's saying like, yo, you can do your thing, but like, just don't.
That's not true.
Don't let me
No,
know.
That's not
she
true.
don't want
It's
him to
not
do
what you
it.
do, it's how you do it.
If that was the
Because
case,
if you
she
start falling out of their
would have
relationship,
inquired
it had a
about
lot
that.
to do with it's not what you do, it's how you do it. And once his baby mama Tia started going off and acting a fool, the whole started coming out the woodworks and she felt embarrassed. And as a businesswoman who's not dating a man only for his money, that's embarrassing to be with a man and he's openly disrespecting you that way. But like I said, I agree with the dude said. For you to go into that relationship with those expectations are unreasonable. Women set unreasonable expectations and be mad at the outcomes they get. You're dating a rapper. You're dating Rick Ross at that. Have you met his baby mamas? Are you tweaking? Come on now. What did you expect? You expected a family man? Did you know he didn't raise his first son? And he talks about disowning him all the time. And the baby mama could have kept him on child support while he went through college. But she said the way he was talking about her son, she didn't want to do that. So it's like, what did you expect from this type of man? Your expectations were unreasonable. And now you're just looking for an excuse to cry and call this man wrong, expecting for another man to come save you. But the man that you're looking to come save you don't want a woman like you because you want to save yourself on your own terms. Like, make it make sense. You're going to have to take a L.
These women, you got to understand.
Rick Ross treated her like the other hoes he had in his life. She's no different. She thought she was going to be a special hoe. No, baby. You just another hoe, and he treated you as such.
What you got to understand is a lot of these women who get into these situations that already have a digital footprint is empowered by specific brands that's doing the numbers that she says. It's hard for her to continue to captivate her audience and be able to push her brand in a tasteful way when she's clearly open to being with a man who's tricking her out. So she knows that he was a trick. She knows she was in a tricking situation. But the moment it got exposed to the public, it is a pierce to her brand. A lot of these women are willing to do it. That's why a lot of the women are not a good fit. If you're carrying or trying to promote a brand online, that is not going to be looked at in a good way if you're associating yourself with transactional relationships. Overwhelmingly, there's a lot of women there's a lot of companies and stuff that she want to collab with. They're just not okay with that, and she had to protect that.
Where did you get that from? What makes you think that she's
I
losing
agree
deals
with
out
you,
here?
Megan. Why
What
y'all
makes
don't
me
go
think
after
what?
women who are faithful? If
That
that's what
she's
y'all care about, who want to be
What makes
taken
me
care
think
of,
what?
that's not
What
smooth.
makes you think that she's losing opportunities?
I didn't say she was
You wouldn't.
losing opportunities. I just said it does not look right. It does not look good. If anybody understand business, it does not look good to be able to associate your brand. If in fact you want to partner and collide with people who does not see that as a something moral to be able to associate with, is tricking. If you take away Rick Ross's, it's obvious. If you take away his status and his money, and then you look at her next to him, do you see that normal in society? Those type of people together, based off of their appearance at face value, you
I
don't see
completely
that.
I completely disagree with you. You know, Starbucks had a WAP flavored coffee or something like that. Like these brands don't care about. Yeah, they called it WAP. Like after Megan and them, these brands don't really care about
What part do you
morality.
don't disagree with? The brand or the two being compatible, aesthetically compatible?
The part I don't disagree with is that I think that he boosted her brand by her being with him versus her like
I'm not
losing.
arguing that he didn't boost their brand.
Okay,
I'm saying if you listen to the words she's saying, she went back to her brand, she went back to her viral videos, she went back to her audience. And everybody is she's under a spotlight because she's connected with this guy. And this guy's they got rumors. I think somebody mentioned his baby mama or some shit like that became public that he was still smashing
wow,
her. Or
you're
he
being on
smashed other
wild.
women. You gotta kind of understand the situation. And then she want to bring up God did this for me. How does that make you look when you go back to your audience and your audience saying, are you talking about God put you down in Miami with this man and all this stuff and he blessed you? But he's over here fucking other bitches. What is your credibility as a influencer? It's taking a hit. So you have to kind of back out. What do you want? Are you willing to still? You got your money, but the thing about these type of women is they just not a good fit for this. And I think the Rick Rosses of the world have to be more transparent because that's the motto. Communicate. Hey, look, I'm gonna bring you on board. But obviously, the stuff that you heard in my music and in my lyrics, these things happen to be true. I do have a lot of bitches. That's one. When I go to the studio, we are busting them open over the keyboard. This is what we do. Are you okay with that? Okay. And what did she say? What do I get in exchange for that? What do I get in exchange for turning a blind eye? Well, do you have any bills? Do you want purses? Do you want to be catered to? You want to be flown out? You want to be taken? You want to travel? You want anything extravagant? You can have it. But whenever I'm doing my thing over here, I don't need no drama. And I think it maybe in some occasions she was pushing drama, and a lot of guys just not want to deal. They have the money and the leverage to be able to get women that don't want to have drama, that don't want to give them any drama. So these women get cut off.
Well, she cut him off.
Yeah.
Technically.
I don't believe.
I don't think the problem she brought was an issue to him. That's why he didn't leave her. It's the issues that he brought to her that she.
Well, see, she's probably a drop in the bucket of all of his other problems, and she's just a very minimal nuance they got to deal with. He can always get another her. She can't always get another Rick Ross.
That's facts. But yeah, I think she like even when she spoke when she said I'll do it again, she articulated exactly how her life got better after dealing with him. I absolutely believe she'd do it again 1,000 times over because her life got substantially better.
I think she was lying about the marriage part, but she was honest about.
I do
yeah,
have relationships over again too, because if you actually in that relationship and you learn it and you taking accountability for the bad shit that happened to you, even though you could have probably thought you was the best person. You still have to find a way to take accountability for what you're going through. You can appreciate it.
But can
It's
you
not-
see how
Right.
graceful the
Like, oh,
separation between these two happened?
Yeah,
She
that's what I'm
wasn't
saying.
trying
It
to
was
take
just-
him. She wasn't trying to take him to the courts and clean him out. She
Mm-mm.
gracefully bowed out, went her way. He went his way.
Because she listened while she was
See,
in that
this
relationship.
is the
Speaking of
thing.
court, they wasn't married.
This makes the point that I came here initially.